Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to make a QR code generator. Okay, so let me first give you an example. So here's my QR code generator. So you can paste a URL as well, or you can enter any text to create a QR code. Okay, so first of all let me try for any text. So let's say hi PROROZ. So after writing the text, you need to just click onto the generate QR code button. So after I have clicked over here, it generates a QR code and it is unique for every text. Okay, so how to check this QR code? So first of all you need to go to your phone. Okay, come to your phone and you can see I have just shown you an example how to do that. Okay, so go to your phone, then search for this scanner, okay, or scan QR code. So it is available on both the Apple phone or the Android phone. Then just click onto the scan QR code. Then after you have click here, you can see it provides us a note of the hi PROROZ. Okay, you can see on the screen. Yeah, so let me give you one more example on the text. Okay, so let's say I wrote here Harry is a boy. So if I click onto the generate QR code again, okay, so it will create a QR code and it is unique again. So every QR code is unique. So when we scan the QR code, it will give us a note that is a text of a Harry is a boy, as you can see in the screen. Yeah, so this was for a text. Okay, so let me just give you an example for my URL. So here's a Facebook group that I have over here, and I want to give a link to it using a QR code. So how to do it? So first of all, just copy the link of the Facebook group, just copy it and go to the QR code, then paste the QR code, then paste the URL, then click onto generate QR code. So this is a unique QR code for my Facebook group. Okay, so just scan the QR code and you will be reaching the Facebook group by yourself. Okay, so this is very easy. So you can use for your own Facebook profile as well, or for the Instagram or Twitter. Okay, so anything. So let me give you one more example for my PROROZ, that is my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel link. Okay, so if I just copy this one, let me just copy the link. Okay, then come to the QR code. Okay, then just paste the URL link, then click onto the generate QR code. So after I have done that, go to the QR code scanner. It will directly scan and it will ask if to open the link. So I click onto the open the link, so it will directly take me to this channel, that is PROROZ. Okay, so this was a simple example for you. Okay, so you can use this for fun as well as for your project or assignment as well. So how to make this? Okay, so first of all you need to go to the video description. Okay, so go to the video description and you can find there two folder or two links over there. That is, one is a source code, that is if you don't have time, then you can directly download the source code and use this QR code generator. Okay, and if you have time to learn how to make a QR code generator, then download the second one, that is practice code. So after you have downloaded the this one, that is a practice code, so it is a zip file. Okay, so you need to extract the zip file first of all. So how to extract? So just right click in the just right click this folder, this zip file, then click onto the show more option. Then after clicking on the show more option, just click here, that is extract to practice code. Okay, so after extracting, it will create another folder. Then just click over here, then you have a folder over here and a files over here. There is a api.txt, so we'll be using this link in our script.javascript, so don't worry about that. And we have our three files, that is, one is HTML, one is CSS, and one is JavaScript. So after downloading this practice code, okay, so after downloading this practice code, so then now what you need to do is go to the Visual Studio Code or any source code editor that you have. So I have here a VS Code. So first of all, just open the VS Code. Okay, so after you have opened the VS Code, just click here into the open folder. Okay, then open the file that you have just downloaded, that is my second one, that is a practice code. Okay, so just open this file. Okay, so I have just downloaded and extract this file, so just click over here and open this practice code QR code generator. So after you have opened this practice code, okay, so it will have a 3 files over here. So yeah, so here's our index.html, here's our style.css, and here's our script.js. okay, so we'll be working from the index.html. Okay, now so first of all, what we'll do here is we'll be starting from our index.html. okay, so first we'll create a div with a class of the QR box. okay, so here's our div with the class, and then we'll create a header file. okay, so here we have a h1 with the, let's say, QR code generator. okay, so and then we'll have a paragraph that is paste URL or enter text to create QR code. okay, so let's check this on our live server. So just right click on the any screen over here and then click onto the live server. So if you don't have this live server option, then what you'll need to do is just go over here in the extensions. okay, then search for the live server. okay, so after searching for the live server, it will, so just click onto the first one and then you need to install this one and then enable. okay, so after you have enabled this, so it will just automatically appear on here. So just do a right click and then click to the open with a live server. So it will directly open into the website and it is running in a live server. okay, so you don't need to save every time, so it will save automatically. So after you have just done this, so we'll be working on the same QR box div. okay, so then now just create another div with the class of the form. okay, so here we'll be writing a input with the type of the text and text. okay, so and then we'll have a placeholder. So placeholder here, just write enter URL or text. okay, then we'll add a button as well, that is generate QR code. okay, so let's see our input and a button. So here's our URL. okay, here's our placeholder, that is enter URL or text, and input with the text. okay, so you can type any text as you want, and here's a button that is generate QR code. So okay, after doing this, so we'll go to the so we'll just create a class for the div of the for the QR code as well. okay, right now just write QR div.QR code. okay, then we'll have here a image with the source of the blank, and let's say alt is a alternative. If there is no network, then it will show a QR code. okay, so we'll just end over here, and then this is the end of our index.html. so we have just wrote this much code for the index.html. okay, so now after we have done this, so now go to the style.css. okay, so now we'll be working for the whole body. okay, this is our whole page, so we'll just make auto margin of the 0. we'll add a padding, that is auto padding will be 0 as well. Then we'll have a box sizing of the border box, and then font family of the Arial. okay, so this is all will be a default, so there will be no spacing over here and nothing, no margin, nothing. okay, so let me just comment this and show you. So it was like this, and we have just changed it to over like this. Okay, so now we'll be working on the body. Okay, sorry. So here I'll write a display of the flex. Okay, so if you don't know its property, then you can just see over here and it will show you a different property. Okay, so how it works and what it does. And now we'll add some padding of the 0 and the 10 pixels. Okay, so let me just make it much more easier. Okay, so I'll just do like this, so it will make you more easier. Okay, this is a minimum height of the 100 VH. Okay, so then we'll have a align item that would be center. Then we'll add a background. Okay, so background would be 283032. So okay, so this is our background color. Okay, so we'll have a justify content of the center as well. Okay, so you can see it has already came in the center. So just let me just do it like this so that you can know what CSS are we working on. Okay, so now we'll work on this QR box. Okay, so this class, this is our QR box. So okay, so just write dot, that is our class, and then QR box. Okay, so we'll have a height of the 265 pixels. Then we'll have a max width, that would be 410 pixels. Then we'll have a background that would be white. Okay, so border radius, we'll add some border. We'll add some border radius, so that would be 10 pixels, and then also add some border color as well, that would be 2 pixel of this solid, 2 pixel of this solid black. Okay, so it is slightly black over here, so you might not see. Okay, so here's our black border over here. So let me just do it like this and then work in here. So I'll add some padding, so that would be 20 pixel, then 25 pixel, then just write 0. Okay, so yeah, it is looking good. So now we'll just write here a QR box dot active, so that would be height of the 530 pixels. Okay, so now we'll just work on the header. Okay, so we haven't just added here. I think we should add some transition over here as well. Okay, so let's add some transition of the 0.2s is, so it will work when we have a responsive screen. Okay, so we'll also make the responsive screen, so it will make it much more easier when we have a responsive screen. So now we'll just work on the header file. So these are our header and this is our paragraph. Okay, so first of all, so this is our paragraph. So first of all, we'll just work on the header h1. So let me show you what is our h1. So this is our header h1. Inside header h1 QR code generator. Okay, so okay, so we have here a font size of the 21 pixel. Okay, so okay, so let's just make this QR code in a small text. Okay, generator. Okay, yeah, it will come in the one line. Okay, so and then font weight, we'll add some font weight of the 500. Yeah, it looks much more better. Yeah, so now we'll work for the header with a paragraph tag. Then we'll add some margin top. Okay, that would be less, that is only 5 pixel, so to look much more better. Okay, and then we'll add a color. Okay, yeah, this we change the color of this one, not so black, not so white, so it is like grayish color. Okay, brown is grayish color. So we'll add a font size of the 16 pixels. Okay, so the enter in here is in the uppercase. Yeah, so okay, so after doing this, so now we'll be working for the form. So the form is this one. Okay, so our input form, and we have a generate QR code button. Yeah, so now after doing that, we'll be working on the QR box dot form. Okay, so we'll add some margin first of all. That would be 20 pixel, 0 and 25 pixels. So yeah, it is looking much more better. So as you can see, it is in the middle part. Okay, so I'll just move it over here so that you can see. Okay, and now we'll just work on the form. Where input and button. Okay, so it will work on the input and button only. So we'll add a width of the 100%. We'll add some height, that would be 55 pixels. Okay, so we'll add a border, that would be none. Sorry, this is so, and we'll also remove the outline, that would be none as well. Okay, so let's move up. So here's no border and no outline. So we'll add some border radius, so that would be 5 pixels. Okay, so as you can see, some border radius over here, and also we'll add a transition. So this will work when we will have a responsive screen. Okay, so we'll make that on the last. So after we have worked on the form as well, now we will be working for the form input. Okay, so that is form input. So as you can see, there we have no border or anything or padding or border in the input over here. Okay, so we'll work on the input. Sorry, so first of all, let's just add a font size of the 18 pixel. Then we'll add some padding over here, that is 0 and 17 pixels. Okay, so now we'll just add a border, that would be 1 pixel of this solid, not black, not white, that would be a grace. Okay, so it looks much more better. So now we'll just add some work. We'll work on this button. Okay, no, I think we should work for this placeholder. Yeah, so it is looking much more bigger and it looks not so good, so we'll work for this placeholder. Okay, so let's just change its color. Okay, yeah, so now we'll work on the button. Okay, so this is our button. We have here a color of the white. Then we'll add a cursor to the pointer. Okay, so as you can see, it is right now a cursor is same. So if we just save the cursor into the pointer, it will change into like this. As you can see here, our cursor is changing while we are clicking on the hovering over the button. Yeah, so we'll add some margin top so that it get separated from the input. Okay, so we'll just add a 20 pixel, that would be good. So we'll add a font size, that would be 17 pixels, and then change the background to the 4:2A to 2B, that would be green. Okay, so it is looking much more better now. Yeah, so now we'll work on this QR code. Okay, so here's our QR code. If you don't see, here's our QR code, that is all inside the QR box. Okay, so it should be inside this QR box, the whole box. So come to the style.css, then we'll be working on the QR, that is okay, so QR code, not V code, QR code only. Sorry. Okay, so we'll be working on the QR code. Okay, so we'll first add a opacity of the 0. Okay, so display would be flex, so we'll be making that in the script.javascript, and we'll add some padding over here with 13 pixel with a border radius of the 10 pixels. Align item will add a center. So I'm just doing this before it come out. Okay, so pointer events, that would be none, and then justify content would be center as well, so it should come in the center of the box. And we'll add some border of the 2 pixel of the solid BBB. Okay, so we'll just write the another code that is for the QR code, okay, on after writing the JavaScript. Okay, so that would be much more easier. So now come to the script.js part. Okay, so what we will do here is we'll write some JS code over here, and we'll, after clicking onto the generate QR code, it will generate a QR code. Okay, so then only we'll be working on the style.css for the QR code. Okay, so come to the script.js part. So first of all, what we'll do here is make a constant, that is QR box equals to document dot query selector sorry. Okay, so that would be QR box. Just write a comma over here. Okay, so okay, let me just reduce the size. Okay, so you can see what we are working on. Okay, so after doing this, so just come down, then write here a QR input. So we'll be writing QR box dot query selector. Okay, then just write here dot form input, then come back and then just write a comma for that as well. Then we'll write here a generate btn is equals to QR box, then we have another query selector. Okay, so that would be dot form button. So these are all working on over here the index.html, that is our form button. Yeah, this is our class input form button. Okay, so we are just creating a variable for every button. Okay, that works, so it should work. So if I click here generate QR code, it should respond to this generate button. Okay, so it is just, so we are just working on the JavaScript. So QR img, so it will create a image. Okay, so here we have a QR box dot query selector. So we'll just write here a dot QR code, then img. Okay, so this will be the end of our variable. Okay, that is letting the variable name. So let's write here a let pre value. Okay, so we will here a generate btn dot add event listener. Okay, so if we click over here, let's say, then if we click over here, then it should work. It should work let QR. Okay, so let QR value is equals to QR input dot value dot trim. Okay, then we have if condition, so if not working QR value. Okay, then or pre value is equals to QR value. So then we'll return okay, so we have here a pre value is equals to QR value. So this is so I'm writing this QR code, and I cannot let's say I cannot make you understand if you have no knowledge on this JavaScript. So you can just copy it what I am writing. Okay, so if I try to make you understand, so it will take an hour of this video, so it will be very much boring. So if you want a different video on the JavaScript, so please write on the comment box, so I can just teach you a JavaScript. Okay, so basically just write what I am writing over here. Okay, generate QR code. Okay, so after doing this, so we'll just have a QR image dot src is equals to. So after we have came over here, I have given you a API the text over here, so just copy this one. Okay, copy everything, copy the whole link up to here over here. Okay, just copy this one, then come to the script.javascript and then paste over here QR image.source equals to this one, then just close it. Okay, so this is a API server for the QR API link for the QR server. Then we'll have here a qr.image.add event listener that is will be loading. Okay, so okay, QR box dot class list dot add active. Then we have a generate button dot inner text is equals to generate QR code. Okay, so we have a end over here and then have a end over here. Okay, so after doing this, so we'll be having a QR input. We have just worked over the button, now we'll work for the QR input as well. Dot add event listener, so here we have a key up. Okay, then so if not QR input dot value dot trim okay, then we have the QR box dot class list dot remove active. So what does this mean is, so if we have nothing, no value in here, so it will just close this box up to over here. Okay, so it will not show any QR code of the previous, so it will just remove the active state. So then we'll have a pre-value equals to null, so there will be no value over here. Okay, so okay, so after writing this code, so let's see if it is working. So yeah, it is not showing because we haven't write. Okay, so after we have write anything over here, it will just open over here, but it will not show any QR code. Okay, because we haven't used our style.css. So now go back to the style.css, so wherever you have left. Okay, so then we'll just work on the active state. Okay, so we have work on the active. Okay, so here's our active. So now we have to work on that, so we'll work on the QR box dot active dot QR code. Okay, so let's write here a opacity of the 1. So after we have write here opacity of 1, before we write here opacity equals to 0, so that's why it was not showing over there. So here we'll be writing a pointer event equals to auto. Okay, so then we'll write here a transition of the opacity of the 0.5s and 0.05s is. Okay, so now we want let's check over here. So yeah, so it is showing our QR code over here right now. So but we want the width little bit smaller, so let's just change the QR code with the image. Okay, so the image is over here. If you can see, we are inside a QR code in an image, so the image is this QR code. Okay, and we want that to be little bit smaller. Okay, yeah, so it is looking perfect over here. Yeah, so let me just check if it is working or not. So let's say hello to my subscribers. So let's just generate let's just generate the QR code. Okay, yeah, so it is working, right? So you can scan this and it will just give you a note of hello to my subscribers. Okay, so if you want this to be responsive, okay, so it is not responsive right now. As you can see, these are not responsive and everything is messing up. If I have to use this on phone, it is not working, as you can see. So if you want to make this responsive and work on the mobile phone or any devices as well, so then you have to come to the style.css again. Okay, then just we'll work on the making this thing a responsive. Okay, so we'll just have a 430 pixels. So 430 pixel is just a mobile screen. Okay, mobile screen size that will be able working for all the mobiles. Okay, so just add some padding of these 16 pixels and 20 pixels. Okay, so then we'll have work for the QR box that is active. Add some height of the 510 pixels. Okay, then we'll just work for the header of the P, so this one. Okay, 575757. Okay, and then just the form where input / button. So we'll just reduce the size to the 52 pixels, and then at last we'll work for the QR code as well. So we want that image to be smaller if the size of the screen is small as well. Let's just make it 160 pixel. Okay, so let me just check if it is working or not. So if you haven't copied yet, so please do copy this one. Okay, you can pause the video and copy the code. Okay, this much code only. So it is not much, it is not hard to make anything responsive. So let me now come over here and show you if it is responsive or not. Just press Ctrl+Shift+I. Okay, and now you can see if the thing is responsive or not. Okay, yeah, okay, so it is working. So as you can see, the code here, everything is getting smaller. Yeah, so okay, so I think you have learned many things from this video, and I hope you like my video. So please give a like or a thumbs up, and please do subscribe my channel if you haven't yet, and follow me on the Instagram. Okay, so I have given a link in the description. Follow me on the Instagram and you can ask me any question, and if you have any question for this video, you can write down on the comment box as well. So thanks for watching, guys, again. So see you in the next video. Bye for now.